Hi, welcome back to Chemistry Laboratory. This is Dr. Rajshekhar Veddi, Chemistry Department, Associate Professor, Kebri Dehar University. Today we will discuss about another experiment from organic chemistry, that is the preparation of potassium soap. How to prepare the potassium soap? What are the properties of this potassium soap? We will discuss in today's experiment. So first of all, aim is to prepare potassium soap. And the apparatus consisting of 250 ml beaker and 100 ml beaker, and also we need the hot plate. This is about the apparatus. Coming to the chemicals required, we need to have the solid fat as a chemical, and also we should have the potassium hydroxide, 10% potassium hydroxide, and 95% ethyl alcohol, and distilled water are some of the chemicals required. Coming to the procedure of preparation of potassium soap. Take the solid fat, 1.5 gram solid fat in a large test tube, and then to it add 10 ml of potassium hydroxide solution with 10 ml of 95% ethyl alcohol. So the solid fat 1.5 gram and potassium hydroxide 10 ml plus 95% of 10 ml ethyl alcohol, all the three mixed together in the large test tube, and allow it to boil on the beaker, which is already half filled with water. So take the hot plate separately, boil the water containing the beaker, take the beaker containing half filled of water, allow it to boil, then keep the large test tube containing the fat and the potassium hydroxide ethyl alcohol kept in the beaker until it boils along with the water. Allow it to boil for 15 minutes. After that, you will observe the completely this undergoes the saponification will be completely taking place. After completing the saponification, you can observe and transfer the contents from the large test tube into 100 ml beaker, and again allow it to heat for some time on the same hot plate. You will see the viscous solution is formed and the solution becomes tacky. Then we can add 30 ml of distilled water into the beaker to make it dissolved to increase the volume. This is called as simple procedure of the liquid potassium soap. This is how we can prepare the liquid potassium soap. Now let us proceed how to make the potassium soap visually practically. Let us perform the experiment now. Yes, now we are performing the potassium soap. First of all, we have to take the, this is the electrical balance. It is on now. Now I will take the beaker, 1.5 gram of fat plus 10 ml of this ethanol and 10 ml of this potassium hydroxide is to be added. So now this is the beaker, small beaker. Now I kept there. I can measure this one. Weight, what is 1.0, 1 to 4 weight. Now 1.5 gram fat to be added. Little more to be needed. Yes. 1.5 gram fat is there now. Okay. Now I should add 10 ml of ethanol by means of measuring cylinder. Simply. And 10 ml of potassium hydroxide. Okay. Now we should boil for 15 minutes until this will undergo saponification. Yes, now the solution becomes viscous and tacky. Now we can add 30 ml of distilled water to make it increase the volume. Now this is ready, the potassium soap is ready. We can use this for properties testing. Yes. Now I am adding 30 ml of distilled water to increase the volume. Yes, 25 ml. Just 5 ml. Yes. Now this is the potassium soap is ready. Let it boil for some time. Yes, this is 0.5 gram of detergent in the beaker. Now this is the small melting cylinder. Now I can use the distilled water of 50 ml. This is 25 ml capacity. So 2 times I am using. Yeah. Now this is the detergent solution, and soap solution is also, potassium soap is getting ready on the hot plate. Now we will go for the properties testing regarding the test with calcium chloride and magnesium chloride and ferric chloride solutions. So now this is ready. Now these are the 4 test tubes. This is the potassium soap, and this is the detergent prepared from the detergent. We prepared this one, and now we'll go for the test. I'm adding 1 ml of this on the 4. Yes. Yeah. This is detergent. I had added 1 ml of this into the 2 test tubes, and now I will add this potassium soap on the other 2 test tubes. Yeah. 1 ml. Right. So now this is the detergent solution, and this is, yes. Now we will perform the properties of potassium soap and detergent. Now these are the 2 test tubes belong to this detergent, and these 2 test tubes belong to this potassium. Yes. Now we will perform the test with ferric chloride and potassium soap, calcium chloride and potassium soap. Let us observe what is happening. Right. This is the test tube containing the potassium soap. I will add small amount of ferric chloride, maybe around 1 ml, simply, and we will test the precipitation test now. We can see the potassium soap with the ferric chloride is clear solution. It forms a clear solution. Okay, let us report. Ferric chloride plus potassium soap forms clear solution. And now I will take this calcium chloride 0.1%. This is the potassium soap. I will add small amount, around 1 ml, and let us check. So now we can see here in this solubility test, we can see that potassium soap with calcium chloride forms the precipitate. The reason behind this is the potassium soap cannot dissolve the calcium magnesium ions present in water. So therefore it forms a precipitate here. It forms a precipitate. So small droplets, small precipitates are formed here. Right. Observation is Calcium chloride plus potassium soap gives the precipitate. So the test with this is completed. Potassium soap test is completed. Now we'll test the detergent containing the ferric chloride. 1 ml detergent and 1 ml of 0.1% ferric chloride. Yeah, we can see. Like the same like sodium soap, detergent also forms a clear solution with the ferric chloride. Same with detergent. Yeah. Now we'll use the calcium chloride with detergent. Yeah. It's also the same. So the meaning here is calcium chloride plus detergent, the reaction is good because it doesn't form any precipitates, as detergents can dissolve in hot waters also containing calcium magnesium ions. Detergent, if it is added in presence of calcium magnesium ions containing water, that can dissolve it. So it forms the clear solution. It forms the clear solution. This is about the precipitation tests of potassium soap and detergent. Okay. Thank you. Yes, you can see the procedure now on the board. Preparation of potassium soap. Aim is to prepare potassium soap and to test its properties. Apparatus is beakers, 250 ml and 100 ml beaker is used along with hot plate. And chemicals required is solid fat is used, potassium hydroxide solution 10% in 95% of ethyl alcohol, distilled water, detergent, calcium chloride 0.1%, ferric chloride 0.1%, magnesium chloride 0.1%. These are the chemicals required. And then you can see the procedure. Procedure A or part 1 we can see. That is, we have to weigh 1.5 gram fat in a test tube, or we can take small beaker of 50 ml we can use, and we have to add 10 ml of 10% potassium hydroxide in 95% of ethyl alcohol containing 10 ml. Then place the test tube or the small beaker in 250 ml beaker which is already boiled on the hot plate. Now transfer the test tube into the beaker containing hot water and heat it for 15 minutes so that the saponification is completed. When the saponification is completed, now we have to take the contents from the test tube and pour it into another 10 ml beaker. After that, we have to evaporate the 10 ml 100 ml beaker until the solution becomes viscous or tacky. So after completing the viscosity, getting the viscous liquid, we need to add 30 ml of distilled water to make it dilute, and the product is formed is called as potassium liquid soap. This is about the procedure. You can note down the simple procedure. Then after that, we can see the procedure B, observing the properties. So the properties of this potassium soap will be tested with the two properties, that is grease test, other one is precipitation test. Coming to the grease test, simply take 1 gram of grease and watch glass and clean the watch glass with grease with the potassium soap. It will clean this grease present on the watch glass. That is the property of this potassium soap, which can clean the grease, and that is observation. Potassium soap can cleanse the grease. Second one is precipitation test. In this test we can take 4 test tubes. We can take the 4 different test tubes. From test tube 1 we can add 1 ml of potassium soap plus 1 ml of magnesium chloride 0.1%, and in test tube 2 take 1 ml of potassium soap and 1 ml of calcium chloride 0.1%, and in test tube 3 we can use 1 ml of iron chloride and 1 ml of potassium soap. So when we take these 3 test tubes and shake it, you can see the precipitation formation. But whereas in this case, if you see the soap, potassium soap forms the precipitate with calcium chloride, because soap cannot form the solution with calcium magnesium ions. So the observation is precipitation is formed. And the third test tube containing ferric chloride solution with soap, potassium soap, it forms a clear solution. So potassium soap forms a clear solution with ferric chloride solution. That is observation. And coming to the detergent. So the next one is prepare this detergent simply by taking the 0.5 gram of any detergent, add 50 ml of distilled water, and then go for the observations like the same. Take that detergent containing 0.5 gram in 50 ml, 1 ml you take it and keep it in the 0.1% magnesium chloride in the test tube and shake it. You can see it forms a clear solution with magnesium chloride. And if we take the calcium chloride also with the detergent 1 ml, it forms a clear solution. And with ferric chloride 0.1 ml, 0.1 percentage of 1 ml ferric chloride with the detergent, it forms a precipitate. This is about the observations. So this is about the preparation of potassium soap procedure in brief, shortcut way, and also the properties of potassium soap containing grease test and precipitation tests by using magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, and ferric chloride solutions. Thank you.